When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? 51 to mine. Bend it. Bend it. Out, 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 out. Okay. Back. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Hey, alert 3. Take off.
On first down, Yancey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Perkins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
SOS. Go.
Looking to throw. Perkins. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
George Kittle. Brings up third down.
Go. Mike 51. You can't block me. Watch the edge. Go. He's coming. He's coming.
Throwing on third and long. Perkins. Completes it to Samuel. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching...
Touchdown, 49ers! Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, and now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
King.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First down.
Check, 180. Alert. Check the hot read. Check 13.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Point it right. Check.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Third down.
180. Up. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, 2. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Check 31. Hatchet. Shoot. Pistol. Watch out.
Mayfield looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Looking to throw on second down. Perkins completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Whip, 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 whip. Huh? Wait. Alert, flare, flare. Huh? Twist. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, let it go.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. You remember me? Get him off. Hey. Get him, baby. Off. Check nine.
To throw on second down, Perkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking. Max box. Right. High 51. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw. Perkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. They're on 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A run for Nick Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go. Check. Lucky.
Hurry, hurry!
Here's Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here we go. Here we go. Around the roof. 51.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Now a give, right side. Yancey breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Bravo! 57's the mic. Watch 57. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 37. Check 37. Deuce, deuce.
From the 31, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Regular. Hey, world. 57. Mike, 57. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Alert!
And Mayfield just getting the play on. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
Let's go. 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Regular.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watch the slant.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Chubb. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Six, pull it high. Slam.
Check the backer.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, chop, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8
Alpha.
at the 32-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 57's the mic, Mike 57. You don't want that. Come here, pick up the ball. Check, check, check.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14.
49ers 14.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch, switch, switch.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Off the play fake. Perkins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Come on.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Drop deep, drop deep. 51 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Scream. Here I come. Here I come.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin this drive with Chubb. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, let's go. 56, Mike, 56. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Check three. He's checking, Run. Crash. Hurry. What's up?
Now on second and 13, Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they've run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check safety, check safety. Wahoo. 51 the mic. Shut up.
From the gun, Perkins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Perkins. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Perkins. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Go. 51, Mike. Mike, 51.
Throwing on first down. Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and long. Now a desperation throw deep. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, Perkins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Perkins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days,